This is Margarethe. When she was a baby, she began a journey that would bring her into communion with the gentle and attentive woman who would soon become her mother. Communion, derived from the prefix com, meaning with or together, and unus, which is oneness or union, is the sharing or exchanging of intimate thoughts and feelings. The woman and her husband were allowed to become Margarethe's temporary foster parents, and they decided to permanently adopt her. They made many trips to the cold and impersonal courthouse that felt as sterile as an operating room to meet with the judge and adoption officials. Impersonal, the prefix "im" means not or opposite of, is defined as featureless and anonymous. As sterile as an operating room is a figurative term, which describes one thing by comparing it with another. This type of term is called a SIMILE, which is an explicit and direct comparison between two things that are similar in some way, using the words like or as. When Margarethe's adoption had finally been determined, the judge portentously announced his decision while his gavel loudly proclaimed approval, allowing the couple to become her parents. Portentous, the prefix por means to stretch or extend, is defined as trying to seem important, serious, or impressive. His gavel loudly proclaimed approval is called a personification, which is a figure of speech that gives the qualities of a person to an animal, an object, or an idea. After her father retired from the army, Margarethe's family moved to America, and soon after, Margarethe was no longer the happy child that her family was used to. She began brooding, quietly withdrawing from everyone around her as her thoughts darkened the room. To brood is to engage or to show deep thought about something that makes one sad, angry, or worried. Margarethe's thoughts show a second example of a personification. The only time that she was truly happy was when she was doing things with her mom, who was always a bright light, illuminating her surroundings by making everyone feel welcome and loved. The description of Margarethe's mother is a metaphor, a direct comparison between two similar things using a form of the verb to be. Margarethe's family understood her personality shift when it was revealed that she had been bullied at school because she was not an American. Her mother became nostalgic as she attempted to reconnect the child to a more carefree version of herself. Nostalgia, from nostos, which means homecoming, and algos, which is pain, grief, or distress, is defined as having a sentimental longing or wistful affection for a time period that has passed. Margarethe's mother reminded her of their visits to the local courthouse and explained that they had begun a process at the immigration office called naturalization. Margarethe was filled with joy to know that she would become an American citizen like her family, and her mother was overjoyed to see her daughter happy and smiling again.